Right, guys. So today let's talk about something really important that has been kind of bugging me. I kind of started to apply to the universities right now. Like even just today, I was thinking that I would start applying and I would start sending my applications in, and by the end of probably the 15th of this month, I would be done or something like that. Maybe not the 15th, maybe the 20th, but something you know similar to that. But these are just a few points that you should really keep in mind, at least if you are in the mood of going for your masters and you haven't really thought the process through. Like most of us, we have the process in our minds. Let me just turn off the fan. I think you might not be able to hear me properly. Okay. Yeah. So most of us have like the whole process in our mind that, all right, you know what, I will have a good GPA, I will have research projects, I will have projects apart from research projects, I'll have internships on my profile. And especially if you are a student, who is still studying in his third year and he's thinking about going overseas next year, well, you're gonna face a lot of problems, and here's just a few of them because these are coming from my side and I'm currently facing them. So you can be sure that this is something that you should potentially look out for, and maybe make sure that you don't mess up just like that I did. I mean, I did everything right. I knew I wanted to get a GRE score like over 325 or something. I knew I wanted like a TOEFL score, a good TOEFL score. I got better than I expected. But at the end of the day, the application process is just as important. Your SOPs, your LORs, your all of that stuff is gold. It's probably more important than those grades that you're showing. Not the GPA, maybe a GPA. All these things are just thresholds, like I told you in my previous videos. So if you don't have an at par CGPA or at par GRE or at par TOEFL for a particular university, this might vary. For some universities, it might be like right here. So anyway, if you don't have it, if you fall below it, so basically what's gonna happen is your application is gonna get thrown into rejects pile unless you have some good reason to show for it. So of course, but the main thing, getting to it, is first of all your transcripts. If you happen to be in your third year, or maybe you've been working in the industry for more than 5-6 years, you don't know where transcripts are or something like this, well, it's going to be hard because you need to submit your transcripts on the online application. And their idea of unofficial transcripts is that you just get the official transcripts and you get them scanned, and basically those are unofficial transcripts. Now this might differ from university to university, but in most cases you won't be able to just send in your mark sheets. At least I am worried about it because this is such a critical process, and I don't want to just mess it up because I want to rush into it or send my application as soon as possible. Definitely try to send it as soon as possible, but at the same time, this is my kind of like a warning to you guys, for anyone who's going in the future or something. If you have plans, try to get your transcripts as soon as possible. By the way, I just went to my university the other day, which is kind of really far away, probably 30 kilometers from here, but hell, no one cares. You have to do that to get your transcripts. And I did go there and I actually talked to those people, gave them the money and everything, but at the same time, it's not negotiable. They're gonna give it to you after 25 days and you cannot have it before that. What's even worse is that's 25 working days, and if you don't know what that means, that's just some crap for telling you that Saturdays, Sundays, that's not counted, of course. So 25 days excluding those, as far as I know. So that is some really messed up thing. When you are almost ready with your application, you have your GRE scores, your TOEFL scores, your CGPA, your research, your everything in place, and at the end you find out that you are not able to apply. Well, that is a real bummer. So kind of just try to get your mark sheet, get your transcripts as soon as possible, because that, trust me guys, that will give you the opportunity to really go ahead with full throttle as soon as possible. and you want to do that, submit your application as soon as possible. But at the same time, if you are in a situation like I am, you cannot submit it, or submitting it sooner might risk something in your application, don't do it, because of course this is a very critical process, and you don't want to mess up anywhere, not even a single place within this whole application process. The next part is when you open up the application. Like a lot of people, are just ready with the applications. They're like, I have my LOR ready, I have my SOP ready, everything is in place. My recommenders have told me that they're ready to submit my LORs, and my SOP is, I think I'm at the final draft right now. I'll just read it once more and then I'm submitting it. Everything is done, everything is going well. Well, it's more complicated than that. If you haven't opened up the application portal, or even if you are a student who's not planning for fall 19 or something, I request you, just go and open up the portal right now. Just create a simple account and log in and see what details are they asking, because that can give you a potential idea of how you basically want to create your profile. Even if you are in your first year, second year, take a look at that portal. It will help you a lot. It will help you to understand what matters more, what matters less. They'll ask you names of professors. They'll even ask you questions, like there will be subjective questions in there, like who are you interested in doing research with, or why do you want to research with this person, right? And you have to answer that. So yeah, at times they might be optional, but I think it's probably for the best if you are able to show them that, yeah, you're prepared for this application and you have something for them, so you want to fill those up, right? So again, your SOPs and LORs, I get it, they're ready, everything is good, but spend the same amount of time on your application. Like, look at the portal. There's probably a lot of questions on there that you might have to answer, so prepare their answers too. And this is again the second caveat that I'm talking about in this video. The first one was again the transcripts, which I wasn't able to get, so I'm stuck here for probably 25 days, not able to apply, not able to do anything, just sitting around even with my applications ready. So this is not something you want to get into. Okay. Again, secondly, like I said, make sure that you have answers prepared for all those questions that they're going to ask you on the portal. They are probably just as important. And finally, the portal is going to ask you for some. By the way, do open the portal. I'm really serious about this. Even if you are in your first, second year, do open it at least once. And if you are in your if you are going for fall 19, applying right now, you should have opened it up already. If you haven't, just go on, just get familiar with it, it's fine. All right. Yeah, and by the way, the portal will ask you for your ethnicity and your sexual preferences, or what you like to be called and something like that, he, she, or whatever. It's fine. That data is for statistical purposes only. It won't affect your admissions in any case. So by the way, that's completely optional. You give it out, you don't. Some people did ask me about this, so I'm just putting it out there. I read about it on the internet. It's nothing major. You don't need to worry about it. You can mention it if you like. If you don't, like, if you are very conservative with that, don't mention it. It's fine. It's totally up to you. It won't affect your admission. Okay. So this is just a quick video about some of the caveats that you guys should be really having in mind. This is my advice to you, because this is something I think if I would have had in the past, probably 1-2 months ago, I would have been in a better place right now. So open that application up, get your transcripts, and just be ready for the application, and all the best to you guys. Again, if you want to contact me, you can contact me on Instagram. I also have a WhatsApp group you can gain access to, so that's there too. Again, I will help you out with whatever you want. Just go on, follow me on Instagram, send me your questions, whatever. I'll try to take as many of them as I can. And again, if you have more suggestions for me or anything, just give me a holler. Alright, I'll see you in the next one.